He was laying face down in the bed?
Yeah.
A 4-month-old baby, a licensed daycare, and a moment of irreversible loss. What happened inside Little Lovey LLC turned into one of Georgia's most disturbing murder documentaries. Stay with us. You won't believe what the cameras revealed. Also, the story you are about to watch is about an irreversible loss in a licensed daycare. While not graphic, the content may be disturbing or upsetting to some viewers. We share this story out of respect for the victims and their families and not to criticize any professional group or individual. The first rescue team to enter the room of Charlie Cronmiller, a 4-month-old baby, was found unresponsive in his crib. The Georgia woman was later sentenced to decades in prison after security cameras recorded her repeatedly physically other children.
What is she being arrested for? She was arrested for felony murder and cruelty to children in the 2nd degree.
This is the first time viewers have seen the woman's arrest and chaotic reaction on the day of the tragedy, with the image of the mother collapsing and running to the scene left everyone devastated.
Have her go in the ambulance with them. Scottish Rite, ma'am. Go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go. This is Mom.
It happened on February 3rd, 2021 in Dunwoody, Georgia, just north of Atlanta, at Little Lovey LLC Center. Officers rushed to a quiet neighborhood after a 911 call reported an infant found not responding.
Hey guys, right here. Breathing? Still CPR? All right.
Body cam video captured the frantic effort as medics performed CPR on little Charlie Cronmiller, trying desperately to revive him.
He was laying face down in the bed?
Yeah.
Clear.
Analyzing heart rhythm. Stay clear of patient. Analyzing heart. No shock advised.
Let's go.
Be sure emergency medical services.
Is this y'all's child?
Inside the home, Hickey calmly told investigators she ran a licensed family daycare.
No, I have a family-owned daycare. This is one of my clients.
Okay, have we contacted them yet?
No, I haven't called anyone or done anything
Okay.
yet. Go ahead and call them.
Yeah, go ahead, let's go ahead and call them.
The house looks very bright, but today is different. Hickey was assigned to contact the parents of the 4-month-old baby. Charles, or Charlie, Cronmiller, the victim in the incident. She explained she had put Charlie down for his nap, claiming she laid him on his back following safe sleep rules.
I put him to bed on his back, but his parents stated he could roll over, but I had never seen him.
What time did you call 911?
I can show you. I was quite
Thank you.
fucking flipped out. So I dialed it, and then I think I just kept hitting it, and then I think this was them calling me back.
Hickey told police she put Charlie on his back, but the evidence suggested otherwise. Investigators concluded he was placed on his stomach, contradicting safe sleeping guidelines for young children.
Charlie suffer from any medical diagnosis that you know of? Okay. And I'm sure you've already talked to other officers. Can you tell me kind of what happened?
Charlie was having a normal day. According to his normal schedule, he was scheduled to eat at 3 o'clock. He slept a little, like I hadn't heard from him, so I just let him sleep. And then about 3:40, I went in and found him unresponsive on his stomach.
Okay.
I put him to sleep on his back.
Okay.
Unresponsive. I'm still in the process of getting everyone out of bed. So this guy's still sitting here because. So this is the bed that Charlie was in.
Okay, I'm just going to take a quick overview of the whole room real quick, and then...
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You can keep his face out of it, I guess is probably the best thing to do. I don't know.
He's not going to be in it.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
So I laid Charlie on his back, and I found him in the corner.
This corner?
Like he had rolled here and into this position here.
Was there a mat, or is that the mat?
This is the mat.
That's the mat he was laying on? So you said you put him down at what time?
A little bit after 2 o'clock, I believe. That would be his normal schedule, like 2 or 2:30. And then he would typically, he would have slept and then had a bottle at 3.
Okay, so you came down at 2:45?
3:45.
3:45.
I mean, obviously, if I would have known we were having an emergency, I wouldn't have let him sleep, but I thought he was just tired or still sleeping. His bottle was scheduled for 3 o'clock. So I have his bottle on the counter ready to go, like waiting for him to wake up.
So this is just a handoff. You just show me, again, like that's for the front, this is the back. You just show me how you laid him and then how you found him when you take a picture.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I left it open because it needs to be drained. It hadn't. It's not draining through the hose, and the bucket's full. I was going to let you know that.
Alright, take a picture of what closed it for now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just so no one thinks that was open.
Right.
I mean,
No, you're fine. You don't have to move it. That's fine. Right here, in fact, is good where the light's a little better.
okay.
Show me how you placed him.
Sure.
And you do a picture, and then show me how you found him.
Okay.
And there was another child in there, so you put him down and picked one up, right?
Did.
So he was in there by himself.
He was, yes, yes.
Yes.
There was a switch.
Okay. And then if you show me how you found him.
Yeah, that's what his head was. I don't remember what his head was. So I think that was.
Outside, first responders updated fellow officers.
6-month-old baby was put down for a nap at this house by, looks like in-home caretakers. Came down. Hey Dylan, what time did they come down and find him?
Right before they called.
Okay. Came down to check on the baby right before they called. Found him face down in the bed, not breathing, not conscious, not alert. CPR in progress, no shock advised on the AED.
Moments later, the boy's mother, Stephanie Cronmiller, arrived. The footage shows her sprinting toward the ambulance, desperate to see her child.
Have her go in the ambulance with them. Scottish Rite, ma'am. Go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go. This is Mom.
As medics raced toward the hospital, detectives stayed behind, beginning their investigation. They examined the pack and poi, the thin mattress, and the corner where the baby had been lying. Within minutes, one detective noticed a camera mounted near the ceiling.
So I noticed you have cameras.
I do.
They record 24/7,
I believe so, yeah.
or is it just motion?
It's a great question. I'm not positive.
Okay, that's okay. Would we be able to access those
I think so.
and get the footage?
Like the families don't. It's not like something that I share with the family. That's a closed.
No, yeah, no, I
It's a
understand.
closed-
Where's the mattress pad?
She said that was the mattress pad, but it looks like it's.
There's no pad in there.
I know. That's what I said. But she said that's what he was sleeping on. They're all like that, though. I didn't want to manipulate it, so
No,
I haven't
that-
touched it yet, but he was found face down in that corner. Top left corner. She put him back, and she says he must have rolled over, but they do have a camera in here.
I got it.
Right there.
Like it's not gonna. Is he gonna capture that?
I don't know.
See that? The discoloration on the pad,
Yeah, that's it, man.
and then the discoloration on the actual the brown.
Yeah.
Investigators requested the footage, and Hickey quickly handed it over.
Okay, I was just saying if somebody was coming.
Yeah, go ahead and get the child out. I'm just gonna keep looking through for a minute, if that's okay. And I'll be here when you come back. I'm not going anywhere.
While the search continued, Hickey cried in another room, shaking. Tears streamed down her face as she asked what to tell the parents of the other children.
But I don't know what to tell them either.
Tell him a baby had an emergency and
I can escort you out when you drop the babies off.
All
If
right.
they have any questions, I can answer those
There
questions
you go.
for you.
We can do that for you to help
It's
you
gonna
out.
be really hard for you to talk. Really hard. Okay.
baby had a medical emergency. So you didn't. I mean, nothing.
So I just don't know. I don't know what. Yes, I'll just need an escort. Just give them. So you hear me give them the same message to everybody. I'm not sure what that message is yet, but I need to tell them all something. We had an emergency. What do I tell them? We had an emergency here today, and I'm gonna be closed to am I closed? I don't.
I mean, as of right now, this is just a. I mean, it's all under investigation. We had to figure out kind of a few more things before we can classify it one way or the other. Okay. I don't see any signs of malicious intent here. We're not leaning towards that by no means. But I can't sit here and tell you that without a doubt.
You can't predict the future. I understand that. I just don't know what to tell them.
To tell them that that you had an emergency, a child had to be rushed to the hospital, and leave it at that. Technically, you can't share any more information on that right there. So.
Oh no, but that's all you got to tell them.
Yep.
Just tell them
and if they have questions, our officers here will be glad to help out. And then this is happening.
Her husband stood beside her, trying to offer comfort as reality began to settle in. Meanwhile, at the hospital, doctors worked on Charlie for nearly an hour.
This is Mom right here. Okay.
Where can I go? Yes, just come in.
Do we have an update on the hospital yet?
Yeah. They've given him a bunch of rounds of epinephrine.
It's looking like it's.
Yeah, there's no signs of life. They're talking to
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know here in a minute, but I expect you soon. I'm gonna get the official word. Doctors with the parents, they've done about 6 rounds of epinephrine. Sorry. And it's not officially called yet, but they're talking with the parents. And it looks like there's no signs of life. So as soon as he gives me the final official word, I'll let you know.
Moments later, the child was officially declared non-responsive by hospital staff.
Medical examiner will do an examination on Charlie tomorrow to try to determine what happened, what the cause and manner of death is. That he may know that information tomorrow. That information may take weeks, depending on different tests that they have to run and things like that. So I can't guarantee you that information will be available tomorrow. But once the case is completed, and that means once the medical examiner completes their examination, they get the findings, they have to write it up. Then I also have to turn in my investigative report, and the whole file has to be approved by a supervisor. So there's kind of a chain of events.
Sure.
But once that's complete, you can get a copy of the autopsy report if you would like it. I simply request it.
As rescue teams approached, Charlie's parents returned to the scene where shock and grief were evident on their faces.
Hi, sir. I'm not going to hold you here for right now. I am Detective Taffer. I work with the Dunwoody Police, okay? I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go home. I got some phone numbers for y'all. Let me make sure they're correct, because I will be coming over later, or at least following up with you.
Later that evening, Hickey's daughter arrived home, visibly shaken.
Mama's
Is she in trouble? Is she in trouble?
Not right now, your mom. You can go talk to your mom. Feel free. Feel free.
I've had a medical emergency. Not in trouble. Don't worry about it. I had a medical emergency.
By nightfall, investigators had wrapped up their on-scene work. They reminded the family that as of that moment, there was no indication of deliberate harm. Hickey seemed relieved. For the first time in hours, she managed to whisper thank you, believing maybe this was all a terrible incident.
I haven't found anything today that leads towards any type of malicious intent. I can say that as of right now. And I don't foresee that on this.
But that sense of relief didn't last. Days later, officers returned to her home.
Hey, Miss Amanda. Oh. Can you step out here for just a minute, please? Okay. you turn around, face me, put your hands behind your back, okay? You are being placed under arrest.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to talk to me? If so, we can go back to the police department and we can talk. If not, you're going to go straight to the cab jail.
Yes.
Her husband watched from the doorway, confused and heartbroken. What is she being arrested for? He asked.
You'll be released to the jail, okay?
Can I tell anyone inside that that's where I'm going?
Who's in there?
My daughter?
Yeah, can you call her down to the door?
Sure.
What was her name?
Natalie.
Natalie. Miss Natalie? Can you come here for a moment, please? Your mom's going to go with us, okay, to the headquarters for right now. She wants to talk to me, and then from there she'll be turned over to DeKalb County Jail. Once she gets to the jail, she'll be able to make phone calls and call and let you know about bonding and things like that, but it's probably going to be a couple of days before she gets a bond, okay?
Okay.
So she wanted to let you know.
Okay.
What, just so I can tell our attorney, what is she being arrested for?
She's arrested for felony murder and cruelty to children in the 2nd degree.
Can I go in by myself?
Yeah, I'm gonna assist you, just so you can fall. There you go. Place this seatbelt on for you.
You probably need to stop. I didn't hear you say felony. I heard you say felony murder, and I wasn't aware of that. So I probably need somebody else here. So we need to go. I understand.
So you don't want to talk to me?
Well, I would love to, but I don't. That is, I think that's big, and I think I need someone else here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you might as well just leave the cuffs on me. So I need to go. You need to transport me. I understand.
At the police station, Hickey struggles to understand what is going on, so she decides not to talk to anyone.
You had an opportunity to decide on whether or not you want to talk to me or not.
I don't know what to do, so I guess we should just move me along. I don't know what the right thing to do is, so I don't know what the right thing to do is.
So you don't want to try to talk and get some questions answered?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to change anything at this point, so.
She's then booked into the DeKalb County Jail.
Turn around, the water, go take the post office, we turn the post office, take the 2 legs, after taking this out, you take the jacket off.
Extend your arms, there you go.
What's your last name? Hickey, H-I-C-K-E-Y. Were you in a vehicle accident today?
Body camera video shows an officer later speaking with the kid's parents, describing the incident.
This is my demonstrator. Hey, bud.
Perfect.
Hey. So I'm just going to use this door as her door. Excuse me. So he was standing kind of like this, you know, looking out the window there. So she comes up, and then Mr. Graham was standing next to him. So she walks up and opens the door, right? And his feet are hitting it, stopping the door from him. She does that 4 times, okay? Then you can tell that she gets annoyed by that, and that's when she grabs him, right? One arm on each, spins around, okay, and it's open here, so he doesn't get anything. So when he spins around, she's not paying attention. She's still looking at the door, and then drops him. So when he hits the ground, his feet come up over his head. He kind of rolls up, and his feet move over to the side. So that shows me a couple things. One, it wasn't just a gentle sit down, because his feet continued to move in the direction that he was his momentum was going, right, from that sling.
It was an intentional strike, but it showed clear recklessness. The child's parents were devastated. They had never suspected anything, never seen a bruise, never heard a complaint.
But I have 2 kids of my own, and I wouldn't want them to be handled that way. Has he ever, I know you said he's been normal, but he got tubes put in, but that's, you know, Has he ever come home with anything that you can remember? I know I asked that the other day.
Yeah, no. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all never had any problems with Amanda?
No, I mean.
Quite to the contrary.
Eventually, prosecutors filed multiple charges, second-degree homicide, reckless conduct, and several counts of child endangerment. Hickey chose what's known as an Alford plea. She didn't admit guilt, but acknowledged that the evidence was strong enough to convict her. During the sentencing hearing, 7 parents took the stand and spoke about the lasting emotional pain.
Easy it was for you to yank my daughter by the hair and slam her on her face is not something one does one time.
And what we have endured over the last 2.5 years. I'm sorry.
The jarring image of Charlie on the hospital operating table while holding his lifeless hand, it still hurts so much. I wish I could erase that day. I wish I had Charlie in my arms.
Speaking in court on Friday, Hickey said she took full responsibility for what happened that day. After his arrest, Hickey was quickly released on $220,000 bail since his arrest. This month, Amanda Hickey was sentenced to 35 years in prison, 30 behind bars and 5 on probation. For Charlie's family, no sentence could ever balance their pain. And for the community, the tragedy served as a painful reminder. When parents entrust their children to care, it's not just a job, it's a sacred responsibility. The footage, the courtroom tears, the broken trust, all pieces of a chilling murder documentary that still echoes today. If you value these true investigations, please like the video and subscribe. More stories like this await in the next episode. That's it for today's case. Just to be clear, this content was created to promote safety awareness and understanding of real-world law enforcement actions. None of it is meant to shame or glorify anyone involved. Stay aware, stay cautious, and always be responsibly.